So this is what we are going to be building today. This is going to be a token price chart, historic token price chart. As you can see that we have a drop down here from where we can select our tokens, and also we can select the number of days we need the price chart from today. So I'm just going to select 9 and I'm just going to select ship. So it's going to give me ship data. You can see that it changed. I've not yet added all the animations. We're just going to be taking a look at the logic behind this now. So you can see that I got the shape details here. So to do that, first we need to head over to the Moralis doc as usual, and inside our get ERC20 token price, you can see that once we provide a token address here and just try it, we are going to get the native price and the USD price. But you can also see that the inquiry parameters, you can see the two block where you can provide a block, and for that block what was the price for the given token address will be provided to us. So we are going to be using this. So we're going to need the blocks. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to go to the get blocks by date endpoint here. So what we are going to be doing is we are going to be providing the dates here as a parameter. Once we click this and get a price button, it's going to pass the dates to this parameter. So this is going to give blocks for the 6 days from today, and after getting those blocks here, we are going to be passing those blocks in here so that we get a list of price according to the given dates. For example, if we give 6, it's going to be giving us 6. Let me just show it to you guys. You can see the first I'm running the blocks, so we're going to be getting the blocks for the 9 days. After that, I'm going to be passing that blocks to the token price, where you can see that the payload that I'm passing is the value, the payload is I'm passing the token address and the blocks. So this is going to be the 8 days blocks we get from here. When we call this and press the price button, we're going to get all the blocks. From there, I'm going to be passing those blocks to the two blocks in the get token price. So once you pass this, the response is going to be the token price for 8 days. So this was the logic behind all this token price. So let's get started and build this together. This part is going to be the forms. We're going to be building this using the forms, and for this chart part we're going to be using chart.js. So let's get into it. So we are going to be importing the service, and we are going to be also importing moment. So moment is basically used for creating dates using JavaScript, and some other imports. As also we're going to be needing charts and axios, charts for to generate the charts and axios for making the HTTP calls. You can also use Angular's HTTP to get it. After that, I'm going to be creating an interface for the coin because we are going to be needing it, as the value is going to be token and the contract address. So the reason for creating this interface is when we click the drop down, we're going to be showing the token and the contract address. So that is why I'm creating this interface. After that, I'm going to create two variables, for one to storing the days and for the price data that we get back from the Moralis call. And this is the data that we're going to be providing in our charts. So this is going to be the x-axis and this is going to be the y-axis. So that is the reason I've created these two variables. After that, we are going to be creating a form. So we're going to be needing only two forms, because the one is to get the token contract address, the selected token contract address, and the other is for to get the days, the historic days, for example 6, 9 or 12. So now that we have created this interface coin, I'm going to be using here. So I'm just creating this an array of tokens with its contract address. So once the user selects the BUSD, I'm going to be needing its contract address. That is the reason I've created this contract address and I'm providing this here. And after that, we are going to be needing the values that have been selected from the form. So that is why I'm using a getter function here to get the days and the contract address for the selected token. And after that, I'm just going to create a function. So here is where we create the dates for today. I mean, we're going to be creating a date for today, a random date. And after that, I'm going to be creating another constant known as dates, where I am going to be passing the dates, the day selected here, into the array dot. So once we create the date for today, I'm going to be passing that date later on here, and this date is going to be an array of numbers that is provided by the user. For example, if this is going to be just 6, it's going to create 0 to 6, but I'm going to fill that array with the date that we have already here, and I'm just going to map it over and subtract the day and format in the format of year, month and days, and I'm going to be reversing that string. So we're going to be getting all the dates from today. If we have selected 6 days, so we are going to be getting 6 days from today. After that, I am going to be creating another function known as blocks. So this is going to be the one where we are going to be passing these dates and get the blocks. So for that blocks, I'm going to be passing the dates and the contract address, because this contract address is going to be passed in another function where we are going to be calling the get historic token price. This will be for the this endpoint where we are getting the ERC20 tokens. So we are going to be creating this block endpoint very soon, so just follow along. So what I'm doing is I'm passing dates for the slash block endpoints, where it's going to give me the blocks for this certain date. So, and here I'm just getting the actual data. And the next thing is we are going to be mapping over those blocks, because we need to pass every single block to this given contact address. That is why I'm saying map here. And after that, I'm going to be creating the get historic token price, where we are going to be passing contact address from this contact address. We're getting those value here and we are passing those values here. And as for the blocks, I'm passing the blocks that I just got here. So all we have to do is now create the chart and pass the data that we just got. So this is the default chart format. You can get over to chart.ts and take a look at there. So the uh, data that we just got are been passed here inside the data set, where I'm passing the x-axis as the price and the days as the x-axis here, and the rest of the things is just for the aesthetic purposes and to make it a bit easy on the eyes. So after that, I'm going to be creating another function for the price, and I'm going to be calling the get dates. This function is going to be calling the blocks here, and this is where we are generating the blocks for the given dates based on this date we get here. And in blocks, I'm calling the get historic token price, where the historic token price takes two parameters, that is the block and the contract address. So the block is here, where I'm mapping over the blocks I got from here and passing only the blocks to the get historic token price. So after this, I'm going to be what I meant is, in blocks we are going to be calling the get historic token price, and in get historic token price we're going to be passing the blocks and the contact address to the market token price, where we are going to get the price data for the given contact address for the 6 days. And after that, for every data, I'm going to be pushing that data to the price data here, and this data I'm going to be providing in the chart.js dataset data. So let's create those endpoints in our node.js file. This is going to be very similar for all the others that we have created. So I'm going to be creating the first get blocks endpoint, where I'm going to be getting all those dates that we just created here. So this is going to be the format of the dates we are getting here. So I'm going to be passing those dates and mapping over it and passing only the dates for get date to blocks. So what is actually happening here is, we are passing those dates here one by one so that we get the blocks. You can see here we are passing this data over in our node.js file here, and we are getting the blocks, that is the response as blocks. And these blocks I'm going to be passing over in our market endpoint. So this is going to be the second endpoint that we are going to be creating, that is slash market token price. And I'm going to be getting the contact address and the blocks that we've just got here, and passing those address and blocks to the get token price endpoints in the Moralis. So even in this, we are going to be mapping over the blocks, and I'm going to be passing the address and the blocks, because the blocks is an array. So that is why we are using map function here. And as for the address, it's going to be a single value, and I'm passing that directly here. So this is going to be giving us this values here, and these values I'm passing it as here in y-axis and the days as in x-axis. That's all that we are doing here. All there is left is to create the front end. So I'm just going to be creating a container class, and inside the container class I'm going to be creating two mat form fields, that is for the drop down and the dates. So I'm just going to be creating a form and giving it a name as graph form, because that is what we have provided here, the name. So the first mat form field is going to be the select tokens, where I'm going to be looping over the tokens. The token is this, the one that we have created, and I'm going to be looping over it. And once the user selects the token, the value that we are going to be getting back is the contact address for the given token. And I'm going to be displaying only the token symbols that we have created here. That is, it's going to be displaying only these: USDT or BUSDT, SHIB, WBTC, Matic. And the next is going to be the days. For that, I'm just going to be using the mat radio buttons. and after that we need to create a canvas to display the chart. So I'm just going to be creating that here. Just give the canvas, and we need to provide the id as canvas. This id is the one that you provide in here. You can give it any name you want. I've just given it as canvas. So let's take a look. Okay, you can see that we are getting all the form values. Let's take a look if it is working as we need it to. So I'm just going to select Matic and go for 6 days. Yes, it works. So you can add an animation of loading if you want, guys. I'm just going to be giving only the logical part. So let me explain this one more time. So for the blocks endpoint, here, this, I'm passing the dates that we created in the get data function. So this is going to be giving us the today's date, and dates is going to be an array of numbers of the value that the user selected, and I'm going to be filling those array of numbers with date, and then I'm going to be looping over it, and I'm just going to be deleting the unwanted value, that is days, and I'm going to be formatting it in the form of year, month, and date, and I'm going to be reversing those strings, and then I'm going to be passing those dates here in the blocks, for the blocks function. So this is what I'm passing in the blocks. So once I pass these dates, I'm going to be getting the response in blocks. So we're going to be getting block for this date, for that is followed for the 6 days. So after that, I'm passing those dates and the contract address in the get historic token price. So you can see I'm passing the contact address and the blocks. For, as you can see, I've selected 6 days. I have the 6 blocks, so I'm passing the blocks and the contact address for this slash token market token price. We're going to be creating this endpoints now in the Node.js part. So that is what I'm doing. I'm passing the contact address and the blocks here. So that is all that we are doing. It seems a bit difficult at first, but if you go over it, uh, it's very easy. So hope you guys understood. If you have any doubts, please let me know in the comment section. I'll make sure I get to you guys. Thank you. Thank you for watching this video, and please do subscribe. I'm going to be providing a lot of informative content on this channel, making it easy for beginners to get into the Web3 using Angular. So the next part is going to be how we are going to be swapping tokens for our given wallet. So stay tuned for the next episode. Thank you.